Kia team, welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn on PS5. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. Remember how I said year 10 started with an all-out assault, and I'd hope year 11 wouldn't start like that? Yeah, year 11 started like that. I can't remember. I feel like it wasn't until sort of day 19 that the attacks stopped. In particular, day 7, and immediately, well, not immediately, but following day 7, in day 10, there are two massive attacks, each one with more than 70 or so critters to deal with. This is the remains um, of day 10. There's a reason why she's not doing multiple traps, and this is just one trap. I don't know why that's. So, before I hit play, this is the fifth incarnation of my attempt to do this. I mean, it's a little bit like Loop or Returnal or Groundhog Day, or I don't know. You want to pick any of those kind of movies where you just keep going back and reliving the same disaster over and over again. I died 4 times. I suffered tremendous losses 4 times, including at least the death of one person, usually Emmeline for some strange reason. Before I managed to hit upon a strategy that works. And there's a couple of keys to that strategy. The first, as you can see, is I needed to make this bigger. And considerably more ramparts, and considerably more traps, and considerably more places for critters to have to get through, to really choke them up and bottleneck them and force them across as many of these killing areas as possible. And an additional wall to protect our people, because this doesn't withstand the attack of 70 plus insects. Trust me, it's good. It ain't that good. It buckles somewhere around about the 50 or 60 mark, which means it's not good enough. So we're now up to beyond the 70 mark. So I've had to add in an extra wall, extra layer of traps. We've run out of stone, so I'm using poles, obviously, because there's enough. Well, there used to be an awful lot of trees, but to be perfectly frank, we're running out of trees. So I had to do an awful lot of that work at the beginning of the year. It takes a good while to do all of that, and after 4 goes, I realized that I needed to spend a considerable amount of the first part of the year getting ready for the day 7, day 10 attacks, because I knew they were coming. If I didn't know they were coming, which I didn't do the first time around, I was absolutely slaughtered. The second time around, I tried something different. I was slaughtered. The third time around, I was not feeling too, and I got slaughtered. I had a break, and then I started thinking about it and had a look at how we were prioritizing things and what needed to happen and all the rest of it. So I've definitely gone down this road. I would like to put another flamethrower here, actually, but what I also want to do is I want to build this up. Now it's not a patch compared to that, which concerns me somewhat, because yeah, we just can't. We know the situation, right? This is the kind of extent of what we need. We need these running. So we've been over this before. I need to get all these built and up and running, but I also need this system up and running, so that, and this isn't finalized, so that I can figure that out. And it's going to have to be, I'm going to have to move this field. I think I'm going to have to put another wall. I'm going to have to put a chamber of traps and things in here. I'm going to have this gate open. I'm going to have this full of traps, and around the things full of traps. Maybe some baffle walls as well, so that at least if they get in here, these guns and hopefully our people standing up here have a fairly good chance. If things get trapped in here, these things will just roast them continuously, which is fantastic. But you know, ultimately it may be that we have to put a flamethrower here and a flamethrower here and have them roasted here as well, and have baffles out front, and we just consider this as the main point of attack always, and we have some additional security points maybe in case of emergency or whatever, but ultimately that's it, and try and recreate this, because this, I know this works, just about works, but it does work, and it could do with at least one more flamethrower over here, but it does work, so that's fine. But blimey O'Reilly. And the other thing I found out, I thought, and I'm sorry there isn't one here, but I thought when something was destroyed and it was red and it says destroyed, I didn't think you could repair it. You can repair it. I was deleting them and going, oh, it's destroyed. I'll delete it and build a new one, which costs more resources. You can repair them for next to no resources. So don't do that. that's something else that I learned round about attack number 3 or 4, and I was like, oh blimey, I didn't realize I could do that, and it does save you an awful lot of resources. So don't do that. If it's red, you don't need to remove it. You just need to fix it. The door was red, but it looks like they've fixed it anyway. We have done nothing. Honestly, we have done nothing in the whole year but build, 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 build and build and scavenge and build and scavenge and build and make fuel and scavenge and build to get this defensive system built. I have done nothing. No food, no crops, no any. We have just been pushing it hard. Now we've still got plenty of food, and that's all well and good. We've had a couple of trade ships come through, but they've been of no use to us, so we've still got fuel here. Not been anywhere on any expeditions, not done anything. We moved one of these to get easier access for repairing and so on, but that's it. We scavenged the heck out of this, so this is gone. This one we're working the scavenge out of, and then that'll be gone. We've got a few other things over here in scavenge and salvage, I think. No, mainly scavenge now. Is that one a salvage? That one's a salvage. But they're getting pretty far removed. There's some up here which are a little bit closer, perhaps. We need to probably maybe do those next. But yeah, it's been tremendously difficult. What I don't know, and I'll press play, is if this theme of attacks has been happening, we're due one anytime soon, which is not good. I mean, we're kind of ready. I'm not quite sure why this won't. Why I have to go through and individually arm traps, because I mean I can't be individually arming traps. It's just craziness. So I don't know what the story with that is. Yeah, you're telling me I've got lots of insufficient things. I get it. I honestly get it. That's just the way it is. What is she doing? I don't know why this is saying this. There's 12 scrap somewhere. Maybe you need 20 scrap to make 10 of that. I don't honestly know. What was she crafting? Just out of interest. What's on the crafting list? There was fuel on the crafting list, which is fine. We've got trade goods. We don't need those right now. Battery optimization research, maybe we'll get around to. Clothing wise, I think we're okay with that. We are okay with that. We're definitely in need of a better spear. Might need to look at some better spears, to be honest. Where's my spears? Spears. Let's bump the spears up a little bit. We're running a bit short on bandages, so we might need, let's say at least another 6 bandages. We always need fuel, possibly. We've only got enough for one anyway. There you go. Harvesting tools we can forget about. Cloth we can forget about. First aid kits we got 85 we can forget about. So we got that to deal with. Clothes, like I've said, I don't think we're bothered. Hats might be a drama. Straw hats. We seem to have enough straw hats, although that said. Oh, and here's something else I found out while all of my 3 people were incapacitated and I was watching the insects trashing my base one time, is they go for the storage, they go for shelves. The first thing they did was go for the safe. Right? I don't know why. They came through the wall, completely smashed up the safe. chewed up this room, chewed up these shelves, chewed up those shelves, went around, destroyed the outside, trashed those shelves, trashed all of these shelves around the outside, and then started work on the stockpiles before people died and I quit. So, I don't know, they've got a bee in their bonnet for storage. So the problem is, if for whatever reason you are incapacitated and they go for your base, they're going to go for your storage first, interestingly enough. It's an interesting mechanic. I don't know why they do that. It's obviously, I mean, it's kind of almost cruel that the developers thought about that and said, what would be the most annoying thing? Well, let's do the storage. Yeah, that would be really annoying, and it is. So, there you go. Anyway, what I was looking at was, I was looking for any redundant clothes that are in dreadful condition. Well, that's in dreadful condition, so I can get rid of that. Those boots are not in great condition, so I can probably do that. They're not in good condition, so that's that. That's fine. What is that? I think that's ore. What is this? Fine. 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 Fine-ish. Fine-ish. Right, okay, there's a little bit of recovery of resources there. So, what do we need, what do we need, what do we need? This is ready to save us one more time. And we need to get these built. And we need to start thinking about getting these built. I would like to get these built first as a fallback measure, because these will never be enough. These will never be enough, and these are a little bit easier to build. So I'm going to work on that. And obviously the problem is you want to put traps in. Traps eat up scrap. Scrap means you can't use that to make alloys. I don't know why. Why can't I repair this if there's 12 in stock? Could you do that? I mean, can I wake you up to go and do that? Is that possible? You're heading out this way. I didn't see you pick up any resources. And you didn't. And now you're going back to get something to eat. So I can only assume there's something going on with that, in that those resources exist somewhere else. Maybe they're already in here? They're not already in here, so where are they? Where are those 10 alloys? There's only 8 in there. Is there another malfunctioning thing? Yeah, is that another one has gone down? Some of these things don't make an awful lot of sense to me. Is the battery malfunctioned as well? It's turned off. Why is it turned off? I don't remember turning it off. I'm kind of vaguely... You're chopping sticks. Oh, for the spears, perhaps. I'm sort of vaguely confused as to why it does that from time to time. You have resources and things. I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe that's it. The mass attacks are over with, and we have a little bit of breathing space. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to let it run till the morning, and if anything strange, startling, or magical or tragical, as they say, comes along, I'll call you in, such as an immediate attack where there's like 80 odd people, and we can see. But like I said, this year has to be about getting these defenses working. It really does, and that is my focus. And it's going to be painful for me to have to go through all of this, but go through all of this is what I have to do. And I think I'm going to ask you to actually just do some research. Give me a break from managing you. But I think Emmeline is going to be going up here. And I think Xander Meander is probably going to be going down here. Get up! It's 10 o'clock. Come on, time to get to work. Okay? Blimey, I tell ya. Oof. 5 times. 5 times to get here. Perseverance, not perfection, right? Oof. See you soon. Guru, well, pardon me. I said I'd bring you in if there was an attack. There is another attack, day 15. So I've had 5 days. and it's small by comparison. It's sub 50. So they're, where are they? They're over here. They're on their way down. So sub 50, which is should be a piece of cake for us, really, given what we have dealt with. What are they attacking? See, randomly attacking an object. What's happening over here? Oh, the reason he's being injured is the well, I say smaller amount, but we've got these tremendous brood mothers here going on. Get a little bit more cover behind this wall for those guys. Could you take this one out, maybe? I know you're concentrating on the big one, but the small ones, Krista, honey, Krista, why are you not shooting at anything? It's kind of important that you shoot at things. Look at this, they're still managing to get through. And for the life of me, why are we not shooting? Why are we not shooting at things? You're gonna get overrun in a minute. There you go. Look, I told you would get overrun. You got overrun because you didn't deal with them. And you should have dealt with them. So that's just... Whoa! Before this guy destroys our stuff, can you... Krista would be the wrong person to get to do it. What's up? Why will you not... Go there. Go there and shoot this thing. I don't want you to handle the trap. That's not what I asked you to do. I just want you to go to a position where you can shoot this thing. Oh, well that was just champion. Just champion. Real intelligence. Oh. Honestly, if one thing the combat needs is... Look at this. I said that was going to be a piece of cake. Pfft, it should have been. Randomly they trash one of those for absolutely no purpose that I can see whatsoever. What do I go after them for? They ain't making no noise. And then look at this. Oh man. Man alive and sticks. Well, 5 days. So I think we're back to 5 days. We've got 5 days to fix it. I better get onto it. See you soon. Hello again, team. We're in real trouble. We're in real trouble again. It is 3 days later. We literally, as you can see, just got this lot repaired. 115 of these little beetles. Now, I thought we could deal with 50 of these suckers. I don't know if that's the case. And the big drama is he's having a meltdown. He's having a meltdown. He's in the house, which means they'll attack the house. They are on the far side, but if he doesn't snap out of this real soon, we're in real trouble because they'll storm after him. And that's a problem because they never seem to let go once they find the house. So I don't know what to do about that. I honestly don't know what to do about it. Here they come. And there's a whole bunch of them that know that he's down there. And they're heading for him. And they're heading for my base. And they're going to smash their way into the base to get to Xander because he's having a meltdown. And I don't know that there's any way to stop that from happening. They're trashing my stuff because Xander's there. Now Xander is not having a meltdown, but it's too late. It's too late. I can't draw them away. I don't think they'll follow him anymore. I think they're there. I think it's too late, and I think thanks to Xander they're going to trash my place. No, oh no, they've followed him. Except for there's one down here. Well, Xander, you did it. You may as well come down here. Actually, you're fine, and you're fine. I was just on the verge of having those repaired. I mean, I can't even tell you, Xander. Can't even tell you. So this seems to be the As you can see, we're heading slowly backwards. So we have had no time to do anything. I haven't done a thing. I haven't planted anything. I haven't done anything. All we've done is spend all of our time trying to get the resources to repair this to withstand the next attack. And I feel like it's just a war of attrition right now. So I don't know how much through year 11 we're going to get. I can't. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to think up solutions to kind of get all of this to kind of work similar to that. So at least we could move this over here and try and make something out of that. And we actually have this one ready to go. I just don't know. I just feel like I feel like what I didn't know was that there's a year 10 threshold, and all of this needed to be built by year 10. If I knew that things were going to get logarithmically more difficult at year 10, I would have busted more hump to get this defensive system fully installed by year 10. Anyway, can't complain now, it's too late. Crew team, welcome back. It's not day 24. It's day 29. Why is it day 29? Well, normally I would bring you in on day 24 and go, oh, look what's going on, everything's falling apart. But I decided I was going to take a fairly massive punt because we were clearly going down the creek backwards. So I did this. We had a bit of a boon, let's say, which completely changed my direction. Well, I didn't completely change my direction. We were heading this way anyway, but it meant that I was very definitely heading this way anyway. But this kind of accelerated the process, which was we had a smuggler ship come through, I think, who had an awful lot of alloys. So essentially, I sold what we could, which was we had a lot of trade goods and various other bits and pieces. And I bought 350 alloys, which meant that I could do a whole load of work, which was I built these three. So I've got this machine gun turret, there's a laser here, and there's another laser here. And I shifted the two, what you call them, flamethrowers from over where we were, and I built 4 more. And I've been going hard out trying to get scrap to try and fill this. So I don't... This is gonna... With this gate this way, these things are gonna destroy the gate. But there's not a lot I can do about that. The gate's gonna be destroyed and there's just gonna be a hole, I think, is gonna be the short answer to this. The lessons that I took from this, I've tried to apply here, which is to say that what I want to do is I want to try to funnel them in here and slow them down by making them go round. So they're facing down a laser, coming down here, or I think around here. So I think with the range on this thing being out here, as the laser will pick them up as soon as they clear this wall. So the laser will start acting on them till they get to here. They then got to run this gauntlet here between this laser and this thing, which has a range out to there. So the laser's range goes out to, well, it goes out very far, but I don't think the sensor goes out that far. If it leaves the range, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so then they come in, they're faced with this barrage of things. If they get through here, they get a double roasting. Then they come through here, they get a double roasting. And I've got some additional roasters on the side to hopefully try and protect. It's not quite right, but it's an additional protection. I could even move that up one. But let's not do anything now. But I haven't finished this side. So, or this bit, which is just intended to slow them all down because I want to put the people up here and have them protected by and behind these things. And where's the flak thing? I think that's it, isn't it? It's got a fairly good range. I think I said there's a flak thing over here as well. Yeah, that's got a fairly good range. So if I ever get those built, maybe I should get one of those built. I don't. It's got no CPUs and no metal alloys. It might be a bit of a. Let's let the drone loose on it and see what happens. So if I can get all of these built and all of this built before the next attack, do I think we're in with a fighting chance? That's, you know, that's a good... I don't like this because they can just storm in, but I had to do it. I mean, I really feel like I had to do it. I don't feel like I was left with a choice. We were really in trouble, and I really feel like I had to do it. So anyway, so that's the situation. On everything else front, we're trying really hard to get scrap. We've got bucket loads of hay, we've got some sticks, we're obviously salvaging a lot of wood, stone, we've got some alloys, we've got some cloth, we've got a bit of fuel, a bit of ore, a bit of silicon, etc, etc, so we're not doing too bad there. We've got some CPUs, we're out of electronics. This is a done bar because we need just one more scrap. I did have an attack, and they attacked this, and they attacked other things. I think you saw that one, didn't you? Sorry, it's been a while. We're running out of food, which is desperate because I haven't planted anything. I really probably, honestly, need to get some stuff planted, but it's a heat wave, so that isn't going to happen now. So the idea is to salvage as much of this because there's scrap there to be salvaged. So I really need to get that done, and then I need to hope like hell, pardon my French, that we get some more of these built for the next attack. Oh, it is ready to go. Nice, someone can build that and we can put it on the circuit. Deconstruct trap, please. You're pretty good, so I'll get you to build it. So we've got some cover for flying things. And Emmeline, what do I need you to do? Really, I need you to go up here and get some scrap. So I'll carry on deconstructing this. I'll carry on working on the scrap front. And I suppose the reality is the next attack, I'll have to get you in and we'll have to see what it looks like, right? Let's hope it works. See you soon. Quite literally, no sooner than I say that I'm going to switch it off and we get this 130 of these little crispy critters. They're on the correct side, so that's fine. I'm gonna need her down here because she went off. I probably need to draft her before she has a meltdown, and I'll draft him as well with his sniper rifle. So I mean, I guess we're gonna see, right? They're gonna come in, hopefully on the side we're anticipating. We've got this thing sorted, but it needs to go to control circuit 3, which is what that is on. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Here they come. Let's see how these defenses stack up. There we go. It's activating now. Of course, it depends how long this juice lasts. We do not have a lot of juice. Yeesh. Gate's gone. Not a surprise. How'd you get out there? Well, I mean, I think we can say that that's reasonably successful. They got in here, which is interesting. That's actually obviously something I have missed. It's supposed to have a thing there. So they did get this far. This is gone. It's alright. I think it's probably just in the way, so that's probably not a drama. The gate remained, which is something of a surprise. They did get in here, but then obviously they would have still faced these things as well. So yeah, okay. I feel like more traps, maybe, to slow them down even more is probably key. And obviously one of the concerns we've got here is we need more juice in the batteries to start with, but we're starting with a bit low. So there you go. So that was a fairly abundant number of crispy critters. Oh, she's had a meltdown, which is great because I was kind of thinking she might. So yeah, so there you go. So it does work after a fashion. Just we'll maybe need to refine it a little bit, but hopefully that that gives us a little bit more security. I mean, it's at least as secure as what we did have over here, right? I mean, let's face it. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Makura, welcome back. We've had another attack, obviously, and it worked. And I'll tell you even better than that, it worked during a solar flare, which I had forgotten about. Solar flare makes all electrical equipment, including these things, non-functional. So these weren't even working. So after building these 4 things, they didn't even work. So we had Shrieker Broodmothers, we had the small mantis, and we had these great big bloated things, whatever their name is, I can't remember. And look, with some of them got through, even then, but we didn't have. Well, it goes to show you we need more. We need more traps to slow them down, so that they don't get in. Yeah, I mean it's overwhelming numbers. They seem to just be able to press their way through. But anyway, the principal set, and they came from down here, so they came all the way up past all these walls to get in through here. So these areas here might be less critical, so I'm going to focus a lot less on those until we have a surplus. And what I'll do is I'll focus on adding a little bit to this in terms of some more traps, I think. And I think we'll be good. I think we can focus on continuing with scavenging scrap, getting alloys, building these things, and finalizing these defenses. And if we can do that, we can live to survive for a little while longer, I think. I don't know how much. I mean, does this carry on? Is this like a 10-year cycle? I mean, I guess we'll have to see, because if it effectively kind of doubles again in another 10 years, we're in serious trouble. We definitely need to be out of here. And with that in mind, I have thought about that. And bearing in mind that we're at 200k, and I've just spent the entirety of this year so far, as I said, working on these defenses, and they're still not finalized. So we've gone ahead and we've changed some of the planting. We had these plants over here. We don't need them so far away. So we've got these things which are closer to get to, which is fine. They're mostly protected by this, I think. Yeah, mostly, mate. Mostly. So these is a mixture of food in terms of buttermelons. We've got spores and mushrooms. We've got crystals. We've got grass for the trade goods. We've got our grain cob, which isn't finalized. We've got some more buttermelon and some more silicon that we need. I think that's it for the time being. Based on everything else that we have up here, like cloth and things, I don't think that we've got 111 synthetics. I haven't actually had a look what Emmeline could, in theory, craft, because you know what she's like. She's an absolute legend. I think we have to research it. So we're still working on battery optimization. I've decided to work on pulse rifles, and I've decided to work on respirators so that they can carry on working in the toxic atmosphere without going crazy. Did you see this? Counterfeit money. Print your own money. You can if you get yourself a 3D printer and synthetics, you can just print 5,000 money, and then you don't. I mean, that's just. I can't believe they put that in the game, of all things to put in the game. Anyway, the point I was looking at is we could craft synthetic armor. It needs alloys again. Everything needs flipping alloys. What else would we need? EM umbrellas. Let's keep the carrier dry. All that does is prevent them from getting annoyed at being wet. That's not what I wanted. What I want is... Isn't there an EM flare shielding? This is it. Solar flares as abilities instead of disabling them. Yeah, let's put that. Let's put that there as a something that we need to do. But I don't. All that synthetic stuff. I don't see the need to. We don't have anything else. We've got that already. What would you need for that? You would need to find purple leaf to make kimchi. Not a great thing listed on my list. We'll go down here to rail snipers. We'd need carbon nanotubes. We'd need to go down that road if we wanted to do that. And if we wanted to make stronger walls, we'd need more concrete, which we don't really have. We don't really want to get involved in that, essentially. I mean, and the ancient language thing, you don't really get anything. It's just, it's like a, all it is like a trophy as far as I can remember. And the advanced research desk, that just really speeds up your research a little bit. Hydroponic racks, more alloys, more electricity, nanotube printing to print what? Nanotubes to make yourself, you can make yourself carbon armor, I suppose. But then what do you need to make nanotubes? You need fuel and alloys. So I'm just not interested. I'm just not interested in this. It's just, it's so alloy heavy. Everything is just relies, I mean, I get it, but everything relies on alloys. So we're not going to. What we're going to do is focus on these things: trade goods and money. We're at 200,000. We want to finish up these defenses, but now I've got Emmeline working on other things and other stuff, and trying to get to the stage where we can start crafting things and looking at, what are we looking at? We're looking at, we need to catch up on some healing things like bandages and healing balm, because we did take a bit of a pounding. I'm not worried about fuel for now, believe it or not. Not worried about cloth. We need to work on trade goods. And she was working on clothes, which she's going to finish pretty quickly because she's a master crafter. Because some of us were running out of clothes. I think it was Krista. She must have gone and sorted that out, which means, is there some scrap clothes somewhere? Not that one. Wait. Yes, there. See, that and that is not in good condition. That spear is fine. That, they're both not in great condition. We can salvage those. Yeah, salvage those. Salvage those. Salvage all of that. All of that. All of that. All of that. That's all good. What's in here? Those pants are fine. There'll be nothing else there. So, a whole lot of things to salvage. A whole lot of bits and pieces. We've almost finished completely taking apart. That needs deconstructed. Where did that go? This one? So we've got more stuff to salvage, we've got more stuff to deal with, we've got Krista doing that, we've got stuff planted. We need to get more scrap, and we need to build more of these things, and we need to make it to the end of the year. I'll see you soon. Well, Kurosine, welcome back. It is day 48. We have survived till the end of the year. I can tell you that it's a minor miracle that we have, because I really felt like we wouldn't. That said, we have. And we've had a couple of attacks now, and I'm doing some refinements. These are not broken solar flares, so they just spark and they don't look too handy. This one got attacked. That one's fine. Flat cannon works great. So I'm refining this. They attacked here, so I've decided that I probably need a little bit of defense. I thought they would attack the, if it's quite close, they'll try and attack. So a little bit of extra defense for that on the corner there is perfectly fine. I've decided I had a flat cannon down here. I've decided to move it up to here. I've also decided to move a laser up to here. So we have, the lasers are great. The laser here, the flat cannon here, the laser, the machine gun, and a flak cannon and a laser. And I'll need to get this. I might move it over a little bit for slightly better coverage of over here. And I may have to do what I did over here with this one. I might have to put a little baffle wall around here, do a little protection, etc. But I'm kind of thinking, the way it's looking at the minute, if I'm directing them all into here as this kill zone, I don't really need this stuff down here because it's just inviting them to come and attack it. So I might not need all that lot in terms of defenses. I might just need this lot in terms of defenses up here and be a little bit more crafty about these things up here. But we'll see how that goes. But so far we're doing okay, I think. What's Krista's up to? Not a lot. So anyway, we will see how we go. On the rest of things, this ground is destroyed. I don't know why it's destroyed. It's had blight too many times. It had the energy crystals. Maybe the energy crystals suck stuff out of the ground. What does it say about energy crystals? Energy crystals. Their growth has an impact on the soil. It can dry the soil, turning it to sand. So that's what happened here. We had these for energy crystals, right? And this has turned into sand. Well, these won't grow now. So I planted them and then realized they weren't growing. So I just got rid of the fields. If these ever mature completely, they mature completely. We've obviously got them in here. Eventually, that's going to make that soil. But I actually think maybe I should probably put some buttermelons in here as well, because these weren't growing, and then this had Xenoflora blight. Of course it did. So we ran out of food pretty badly. We're still pretty badly out of food. I'm desperately hoping for what do you call it? Those things to ripen. There's quite a lot here. I can probably get her to do it quite quickly because she's an absolute genius. So I'll get her to do that quite quickly and harvest that, and that'll add some food. I've had Xander out shooting this pig, whatever this thing is here. This angry-looking striped horned animal that looks like a crazy kind of warthog. He's been shooting those, which is fine. There's a bunch of them, and these. Oh, we haven't shot these either. So there's plenty of meat around. I just need to keep an eye on it and get out and do it and stuff. We have fueled this up and we've fueled that up. We've still been going out on expeditions. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I to be fair, I said I wasn't going to while I concentrated on the defenses, and the defenses are pretty much squared away. So actually, we had things like a distress signal, which nobody alive. We had a distress, we've had a couple of shooting stars and things just turned out to debris. But I mean, we've picked up stuff. So we picked up some scrap metal, we picked up some fuel, we picked up some antibiotics and first aid kits and bandages. So we're looking health-wise, we're looking a little bit better. We could do with a little bit more healing balm. I think we just ran out of spores. Yeah, so we need to wait for the dandelions to mature, which will take a while. But I think we're fine. The first aid kits, I think, help. Not 100% sure. Anyway, that's kind of where we stand with that. This battery's bust, and I don't have the requisite alloys to be able to sort that. Although we've just picked up some scrap, so maybe if I can get. Where's he? Punching a pole. Alright, well that's nice for you. Could I ask you to do that as a matter of urgency? He's probably going to have a fit, isn't he? Punching a pole. Is he out there punching a pole? It's a bit of a strange place to go. Pole punching? Anyway, if I can get him to sort that, I can get to sort that. We don't seem to have a problem with batteries. I want to obviously build some more, but they're costly. So I'm thinking, remember I was talking about storage space? I was thinking that I can do rows of three. I don't think I can do 3 there. I think I need a gap. But basically, I've done 4 there, but I'm not going to be able to do it. I can do 3 there. Yeah, basically, I think 3 there. Or could I turn it around and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? And then if I did that, that would be 7, 8, 9? Would that do it? I can cancel that. That's no drama. So, because there's no, if I tried to do it any other way, I could do 1, 2, 3, 4 and a gap, and then 5, 6, 7. But then I don't think you can do that because yeah, you can't. So you'd have to do 1, 2. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. It's 8, not 9. Isn't that right? Isn't that what I said the first time? Because I've got to have that. Put it in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, because then you only get 6 and you don't get them on the edge. And you get, if you did, well, that would be 1, 2, 3, gap, 4, 5, 6. So it's definitely got to be that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's room for 7 and 8. Sadly, it's just the shape of the box that I made. I think I thought they were 3s, not 2s. But I thought that about freezers as well. Freezers are 3s, yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's the story with those. I may as well mark it there. Because I'd like to fill this up, and if I fill that up, that's great. We'll have all the power we ever need, but then filling it up costs an awful lot of alloys. So it's a work in progress, maybe a work that never gets completed, a little bit like, I don't know, painting the 4th road bridge or something like that. Anyway, I ramble on because I've got things to think about other than just making it through the night. Although the food situation is about making it through the night. We got enough electronic CPU cores, power cells, so I can build a gun because he's running out of gun eventually. So I can build him it will not be a sniper. And I'm kind of hoping that during our salvaging expeditions and various other bits and pieces we might run across another sniper weapon, which would be pretty good. But for the most part, it's a case of, okay, year 10 was a complete disaster. The start to year 11 was a bit of a disaster. We very much need to move on, and we need to concentrate. I'm now up to 207,000 galactic coin. We got a trade ship in, and we sold a whole bunch of stuff to them, and didn't buy anything, and made nearly 10k. So there you go. We're concentrating on making that stuff that I'd earmarked for harvest, which is just generally stuff. So we're concentrating on money. From now on, it's money. It's whatever we need to keep us alive in terms of food, but actually it's let's get the money and let's get the heck out of here. Let's get the money, get the 1,000,000 galactic coin, and let's call it a day, because I don't want to be here for year 20. I'm not sure. Maybe if I really focus really hard, I can get out of here in year 15, but I definitely do not want to be here for year 20, I can tell you that. There you go. So, we're finishing year 12, we're finishing year 11 and moving into year 12 on a bit of an upbeat note again. This time, it's been a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. We're up at the minute. I feel like we're up at the minute. I feel this is insane. I feel, frankly. I mean, you've seen some of this operating. It's absolutely mental. I mean, it's great, but it's absolutely mental. So, this operates brilliantly for now. So let's keep it operating brilliantly for now. We need to get the air support, because remember, I used to always run away and hide. There's too many to run away and hide from now, and these flak cannons. But these things, like I said, they do tackle stuff in the air, probably just not as well as flak cannons, but it does work. And from now on, it's show me the money, honey. Oh yes, we're getting some stuff coming through, which we can actually harvest, which is great. And I think this stuff is moving on to stuff that is getting there we can harvest, so we can get some food on the go, we can get some pickles on the go, we can get back to where we were, we can get a little bit of surplus, feel a little bit comfortable-ish, and move on, right? Well, I hope you like it. Do drop us a like. Do subscribe, do click the bell notification, do feel free to pass, comment, and I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.
PlayStation